people say, oh, you're scared of this and you're scared of that. They say that to me. I'm really only scared of one thing. I don't like to go fast. I just don't like to move fast. Like, even if I'm running, I'm like, damn, I'm running too fast. I better slow down. Like, I don't like to go fast.
Rocklahoma 2025, day two. Day two, as it fires up. 70,000 tickets have been sold total. And who wanders through the backstage area but Mr. Jason, Mr. Ben from Breaking Benjamin.
We wandered into this air-conditioned. We were just looking for someplace cool.
That's how we lure you in. It's like a candy van.
Yeah. Just looking to cool down, and here we are.
Yeah.
And there's a sign outside that says air conditioning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Like the hotel, air-conditioned cable TV.
HBO.
Yeah.
So it's this is not your first time at Rocklahoma, is it?
No, but it has been
so.
a while.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, and I think the last time we were here, the weather was not this nice. It was pretty rainy.
So festivals are a different thing altogether for a band. Is it a better atmosphere? Is it a looser atmosphere? What is it about festivals?
Well, after the show, I pretty much get one thing from every food place at the festival and glutton out. So that's one thing that's great about them.
It is, yep. It's like a traveling carnival.
Like one of everything. There's like a huge stack on my bus of
funnel cakes,
terrible things.
Footlong.
And I just hope I live to see the next day.
Good night of sleep.
This is so rock and roll, guys.
I know.
Right. It used to be like vodka and cases of beer. Now it's like Tums and just a bunch of greasy food.
Yeah. No. This is good. I mean, you run into some people, obviously other bands and things you don't get to see because we're always opposite touring schedules or touring at the same time in different parts of the country. So that's always fun. And then even coming through like events and opportunities like this, like, seeing you guys were just at the show not too long ago. So
yeah, that's right.
That's kind of everybody being in the same spot is pretty cool.
Well, that's what I always love watching bands backstage. You'll see guys get off a bus and they'll go, oh, and you see like, oh, reunions, because you guys are out isolated all the time. You're on the road, you're doing your thing. Everybody's moving in different directions.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not only that, but it's also kind of like touching on what Jason said was that like, we've got to play with Metallica, we got to play with Ozzy, but all in like festival things. So we didn't get to actually tour with those guys,
right.
But because of festivals, we got to like play a show with them.
Yeah.
So that's like really cool because it opens us up to being with bands that we normally wouldn't necessarily have the opportunity to actually do a whole tour with. Right. But we can like spend a day with them.
Absolutely. We were just coming out of the dress room over here in our little compound area of trailers there and walk outside.
Compound. Nothing ever, you never hear anything bad about a compound.
I love it. No.
Call it compound.
I'll build on that and say
Very
walk
comforting.
outside and there's Tom Morello. I'm like, oh.
Right.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and this is a contrast for you guys because when we're talking, last night you kicked off your tour. So you're getting ready to be on the road with 3 Days Grace. But here you are playing a show last night and then the big festival today. So you get that balance.
Yeah, it's really cool to jump into something different that's like a part of something that you're already doing. And I'm glad that they're here with us too, because sometimes it'll be like what you said, but like the band that we're with isn't on it with us. Yeah. It's kind of weird. Like, how did it go yesterday?
Right?
Yeah, that's cool.
It's tough because you guys, when you get out on the road, there's real bonds are formed. I'm sure. Like,
well, we've known the guys in 3 Days Grace for probably like 20 years now. So it's a long friendship, and so it's really great to be back out with them.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think about Saturate came out 23 years ago.
Yeah,
and the 3 Days Grace is.
That's why I'm talking about how old I am.
Yeah.
I was talking about touring. I was reading is you're not fond of flying. That's right, or driving. So you guys, did you take a ship?
Well, that's just me. I'm the only one in that category. Yeah, I've done all this time with Breaking Benjamin. I've done without flying once. So I've taken a ship to Europe twice. I think we're organizing to try to do it again. And I generally don't like to travel, period, which is like I'm in the wrong line of work for it, but it's a necessary evil, and I just try to make it as comfortable as I can. I just am skitsy in cars, and so I'm like that guy. I'm like that backseat driver guy.
I got the ADHD. Like I can't sit still very long. It's
that too. Yeah.
But I have a friend I grew up with, and he had a bad experience on a plane. He never flew again. He literally prayed. He said, and he's a rough, salty old guy. He said he goes in 1984. He promised God, if we don't wreck, if we don't crash, I'll never get on another plane. And he will not get on a plane. He has houses in Phoenix, Kansas City, a couple other places.
Sheesh.
He only drives somebody. You couldn't point a gun at him and get him on a plane.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously it's like doable.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a little bit more of a pain in the ass, you know, and I have to, when the tour ends, like on the West Coast, I have to like deadhead my bus all the way home, and that sucks a lot. But still, I mean, I do it for our supporters and stuff like that, and all of the opportunities that we get to have of still like being able to make music and stuff like that. If traveling is a part of it, then so be it, kind of thing.
That's the gift. That's how you do it, because the people.
It's like balancing the pros and cons of it.
Yeah,
you know,
big time.
that's pretty much what it is.
Well, I think like guys who don't do it all the time, like me, I tend to romanticize it. You know, in my head, I'm like, you jump on the bus, the circus leaves, it's the rock and roll sideshow, and I'm sure that's what it was like for a few years. But it is tough. It's hard on everybody. You miss your families, your pets.
Yeah.
You miss your own bed, and
Well, in general, it's really just like people say, oh, you're scared of this and you're scared of that. They say that to me. I'm really only scared of one thing. I don't like to go fast. I just don't like to move fast. Like, even if I'm running, I'm like, damn, I'm running too fast. I better slow down. Like, I don't like to go fast.
that's not terrible advice. That's like,
Yeah.
Universal truth there.
Yeah. So that's all that it is, you know? It's just I don't like to move fast.
so, you know, but what a crazy life that you've ended up with then. You know, because you were out in front of these festivals, you're out in front of all these people, and you have to go city to city, man. And that's a big sacrifice. It really is. To others, they may not understand that, but it really is hard to do that for a lifetime.
Well, we look at it more as like it's a gift to be able to do that, and I personally am amazed that it's been so long that we've been able to do it, and that's a rare thing, you know, that people still care after that. You know, generations and generations go by. You see all these like older people at the show, like, what are all these old people doing here? And then you're like, oh, they're all my age. You know,
That's
it's
right.
like,
True.
The dreaded "My Mom loves you."
Yeah.
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 Or my
That
now
first
it's like
time
my
that
grandma loves you. Now we're getting into that territory.
That's a stinger.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. But the amazing thing
that
too
happens.
is they're bringing their kids to the shows.
Yeah,
That's it,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So it's I was in at home the other day, and this really young kid came up to me, and he was like a big fan, and he was like, I bet you don't get a lot of young kids like me coming. I'm like, what the hell is that supposed to mean, bro?
I know you
That's
meant well,
amazing.
kid.
Yeah, thank you. He's right though.
Yeah.
He was right.
Well, we just talked to a young band just opened the second day, 17 years old, and they grew up on Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace, and so
That's cool.
They're
That
just
was
cool.
their first thing. We said, "Who are you looking forward to seeing today?" Right out of the gate, Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool to have that sort of. It's like, you know, when you're a kid and you look at the older grandpas and stuff like that, you're like, man, I don't ever want to get that old. But then you do get that old, and then you embrace that now you're the grandpa, you know, and stuff like that. So that kind of feeling is invoked when I hear stuff like that.
Well, I mean, we went back to the getting to play a festival with Ozzy. Like,
Yeah.
you know, losing Oz this year, that was hard on everyone.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
and-
crazy. Crazy.
And not just, it's not a celebrity death. We were trying to articulate that yesterday, trying to put it into words. Like, it's because we possessed him so much. He was ours, right? He was flawed. He was Ozzy, but he was always ours.
Yeah. But, you know, he left behind an amazing legacy that'll last forever. And not a lot of people get to do that. So it's like, I'd say that his life is a win.
100.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the most, it sounds crazy, but the most spectacular exit from this planet ever.
Ever.
Yeah, I was going to say, too, like, even his death is a win. You know, I mean, if we could all go
Going out
out
on
with what
top,
he
man.
had, yeah, like, that's a good goal.
Do you guys spend much time thinking about legacy? Like, you know, we talked about 23 years from the debut album, and
Yeah.
And Jason, I mean, you've been with the band for so long too. Do you guys think
we
about
both-
that?
I think we do, because it is one of those things. Like, we're fully aware of like our moment in time and what like our genre and bands that we tour with. You know, like 3 Days Grace is a great example of like what that stamp that had on the music industry at the time for rock. And it's interesting, you know, things come and they go, and then they come back, and they, you know, they ebb and flow. And so to be able to kind of weather all that, still be current, still be relevant, and like you said, to have kids coming now and stuff to the shows, I think is really cool. So it's something we're proud of, but also something I I know we're excited about investing in to continue to make that legacy continue.
That's amazing.
And I think it's got to be fun to know, like, when you've done it the way you guys done it. What's the term? Road hot, right? When you've done so many shows and you know the pocket so well and it's so deep, to show them, you go, you want to see how it really goes? You want to see how a rock band works? And just walk out there and just put the foot to it.
Well, I think that kind of stuff that's just our own personal, like, standard we put on ourselves of what we can involve ourselves in. You know, like, I can't be involved. Excuse me. I can't be involved with something if it's. It sounds kind of spoiled to say, but I can't be involved in something unless it's the way that I want it to be. You know, and the way that I want it to be just happens to match everybody else in the band, and we have that, like, standard.
There's a standard
that nobody's putting on us. That's our own, like, personal individual standard. And whatever it is, you know. So it's not like we're doing it, we're going to give them the best. You know, I'm trying to explain it like...
No, I think it makes all the sense in the world.
We don't look at it like we're going to give them the best show. We're going to do that for them or whatever. It's really just us. Like, I don't want to do this unless it's X, Y, and Z way.
Yeah, at a certain
which
standard.
happens to be that standard, you know.
We
and so that's what they see. Yeah, we should. That's just how we do it. Like, we're just not... We don't like to half-ass anything, you know, or you know, not give it our best for our own, because then we'll walk away with it like, damn, like, that could have been better or whatever.
Yeah, and if
like, why did I even do that?
You're right.
You
If
know?
that standard slips, that's when people, I think, will start saying, like, oh man, they've fallen off.
Right.
Like, well, no, if our standard stays the same, then we're not going to.
Well, I personally think, it's just my opinion, that all bands or all people that do anything in life should hold themselves to a standard rather than trying to achieve something for someone else, because you'll do it better if you're doing it for your own drive instead of like, well, I don't really care if it's that way, but we need to do it that way for them. You know, then it's going to be kind of and also not sincere. So.
And I think artists end up resenting an audience. If you go to the other mentality of we're doing it for them, you start to resent them because now you're the dancing monkey. But if you're doing it because it's what you love, because it's who you are, it's what's inside of you.
Yeah.
That's
just sincerity.
And you have a hard time critiquing yourself. Let me go, because I'm that way. I hate.
All we do is critique
I was
ourselves.
going to say, I'm pretty good at it. I think.
That's
all we do.
I wanted to phrase it. Is it hard to see something you've done and enjoy it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's.
Well, you know, the cool thing about it, though, is I think that we are observers of each other. So even I don't like enjoy my own stuff, but I enjoy his stuff, and he enjoy. You know, so
That's
it's
true.
Kind of like that. Type of thing.
That's the reward in it for us. I think.
Kind of just observing each other.
Because if we're looking at ourselves, it's always like,
Same thing with writing. Like, if he writes this really cool riff, I can enjoy it a lot better than if I wrote it myself, because it's it feels kind of cringy to, I wrote something awesome. Like, that's not.
100% get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Well, and that's the kind of mentality too that I think is one reason why 23 years later we're talking about this, and you're headlining Rocklahoma, you know, and all of that. You're hitting the road with 3 Days Grace, but you're also not done. You released the new song "Awaken" almost a year ago.
Is it almost a year?
Are you serious?
We better get cracking.
Yeah. So
we were literally just working on the record before we left.
Before we left.
Two other songs. Yeah. So we're doing it. We're chugging away.
Love hearing that, man.
Well, they want us to, like, tour so much, you know, and I personally, I can't do both. That's just, like, let's put that out there. The more we tour, the less record stuff I can do. I just can't. I've tried. I'm like, bring your stuff on the road.
Very difficult to do.
It's always like, we'll bring the stuff. We'll do it when we're out, and then we never do it just because we're not in that mode, you know. We're not in that headspace. So even though we try, it just never gets done.
What were you like as a kid? Because I feel like you were a super focused, hyper, like really hyper focused child.
Definitely undiagnosed ADHD going on right here.
Let me guess. When you loved something, you loved it super deeply. Like it became hyper fixated.
It was
big time.
Our entire lives. Like once, I think for both of us, once we latched on to music, like that was it. It's not that we wanted to be this professionally. It's just what we did. You know, like it consumed both of us.
Yeah, definitely hit the nail on the head with that, though. Like, when we get into something, get into it like fully.
Yeah.
A lot of friends, or just a couple of really good friends?
Close circle.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
Books, music were the most important thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Dude, that's where you hide, right? Because you knew you were a little off from the rest of the world. Like you just.
I was definitely off. There's no question about that. I still think I am. Yeah.
But that's the power.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
You know, as soon as marijuana came into the picture, And when I was a kid, music became a lot more prioritized than life.
Yeah.
And I
Academics
think
and
it just was a thing of like, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like school and all that went to the wayside and music went to the forefront. But it worked out, thank God.
Yeah.
right.
I don't know what I'd be doing if it didn't.
Oh, that's terrifying to think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, and here we are at Rocklahoma.
Here we are.
2025. Ben, Jason, thank you guys so much for hanging
Thank you
with
guys
us.
for your
Thank
time.
you for
man.
having us.
Appreciate
Yeah,
this.
thank you.
So great, man. Really have fun tonight. Cannot wait to see the show.
Appreciate
It's
it.
gonna be
Thank
fun.
you. We're looking forward to it.